Hello and welcome back to Come Geek Some. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for all future content. Recently, we've seen Mars Girl come out of her little cabin sort of thing, and she has literally gone full blown on Twitter over the last couple of days. And this is one of the things that got me. I first saw it by Anime Revolution, so thank you for this. This is brilliant, shout out to you. And Mars Girl is actually tweeting people now in Japanese. And it hasn't gone down well with people over in Japan who are following this situation, mostly because they're a little bit peeved off with it because, again, there's no proof and everything else, and they're waiting for it to go to court before everything is thrown out, so to speak. And with her tweeting this in Japanese, and she also links the IO9 article about Vic, which is one of the worst articles out there, along with the Anime News Network, and both of them, they just go on to paint Vic as a terrible person, even misquoting him, which quotes he actually did give him, but they've spun. This tweet here by Mars Girl, so we got this by here, obviously it's all in Japanese, and then obviously one of anime's biggest voices from IO9, and we have actually translated what she sent, and this is what she has said. In fact, I'm a little scared recently. American anime voice actors have this for about 15 years. The voice actors and many women reported. Now the nerd of a man is angry. Every day voice actor victims are harassed. The otaku said, "I will kill you." And then obviously you got the link then to the article, which is very funny because I don't know why she's done that out in Japanese, probably trying to get some people on her side, most likely. But I don't think she seemed to realise that people do have translator now on Twitter. It's actually one of the main things that you do now. If someone writes in a foreign language to yours, all you just press translate this tweet and it comes up. So I don't know why she thinks she's getting one over on someone. But we got here now someone who is the actual Twitter account for Arcane City Game Studios, which are based out in Asia, and this is what they've said. They've even hashtagged it. Mars Girl doesn't realise that ilk are already annoyed by this drama and the negative attention it's bringing the industry. I predict licenses being yanked. Winky smiley face. I do agree with them that it is annoying and it is negative attention to the industry, and it's from both sides, from I Stand With Vic and with KickVic. Mostly from KickVic because, again, they just go on out with all these made up stories and things that have been proven false, again, like the false swattings, the false confessions and photographs which have been used without authorization. And, they've been putting stories to them, and these people had to come out, and they've said, no, nothing has actually happened. This is my photo. It's been used without my approval. And those people, they've had to close down their Instagram, their Twitters, and some of them even had to close down their Facebook and YouTube pages, because KickVic, which they like to do, they doxed them, and they found out all their info, and they were just sending hateful and harassful messages, which I don't condone on both sides. And when you got people who are over in Asia now actually reporting on this and sending tweets themselves, then you know something's rotten in Denmark. It's kind of sad to see. Again, with that last part right by there, I predict licenses being yanked, which is what a lot of us have actually been saying, that Funimation may no longer actually receive the licenses, same as Rooster Teeth, to do all the anime dubs, which it wouldn't surprise me if they do cancel them. They'll probably start just dubbing them themselves over in Japan and wherever else they are made, which would probably, in my eyes, it'd probably give a better authenticity towards it, mostly because if you do have Japanese stars who are doing the normal voices and also doing the dub, a bit like what Jackie Chan does for his movies whenever he makes movies in Hong Kong or other parts of Asia, and he actually dubs his own voice, which I think is brilliant. I love that because you can still tell it's Jackie Chan like, But yeah, so going back with this Arcane City Game Studios tweet, they don't seem to realise that on the KickVic side. Every single little thing they say is going to represent KickVic. Even though when you may have some people going and saying, well, this has happened, but we got evidence for this, and the evidence turns out to be false, then they go off on a tangent and they're blocking people, they're screaming abuse at people, and these people they're screaming at are normally the customers of Funimation. So Funimation would probably be looking at it, and they could be thinking, we're losing our money here. These people, they keep harassing our customers. But, it's which they don't seem to realise. And what is the number one thing people in businesses always say? The customer is always right. I don't think they are, but when you're trying to sell something, or they are a big fan of yours, and they bought past, Blu-rays, collector's editions, $100, $200 box sets, and you got the stars of those shows going out and abusing you, and you sin, and the first thing they say is, well, I'm going to vote with my wallet. I'm not going to buy anything from Funimation again. Funimation may be like, oh, well, it's only one or two people, but those one or two people could possibly spend up to $1,000, maybe more a year, on items that you bring out. It's happened over here in the UK. I've seen it happen with certain things, with the old company I used to work for. It's if we lost one person on social media, people would be like, oh, well, it's only one person. But we worked it out that actually if you got one person in their lifetime for the company I used to work for, that one person in their lifetime would spend £250,000. 250 grand, That's a hell of a lot of money to lose from one person. But imagine if you had, again, 10, 15, hell, maybe even 100 people leaving. That's going into the millions also for the old company. So again, with this, same thing with Funimation. Well, they're not going to do this because, who cares? They can go and get their stuff somewhere else. Well, they're not going to buy it somewhere else because technically you would still get the money. What these people are going to do, is going to go on torrent sites and download things because they're not going to get a single penny for you. And that's what you need to worry about this day and age, is that people can just download your content in high quality HD, full 1080, sometimes even 4K. On a torrent site if they want to wait long enough to download it. And they're going to get the top quality stuff for free. So Funimation needs to pull a finger out their ass and stop all these people who do work for them or who are associated with them to stop it. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates. And I'll see you lovely people soon.